Welcome back to the podcast. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, and this is where we talk about real fat loss, real discipline, real life, and how small decisions compound into massive change. If this episode hits you, please share it, leave a review, or send it to somebody who needs to hear it. Put it on your stories and tag me so that I can thank you because this one has the potential to change how you see your body, your habits, and your freedom. Today's episode was inspired by my thoughts on budget. My husband and I started out when we built our house to have it paid off when Ben was 18. Well, we paid it off 2 years early, but Ben is now a senior. And for some reason, it seems like a pivotal point in our lives to go over another long-term budget goal. But as I was sitting there, all I could think was this applies perfectly to macro tracking, body composition, and behavior change. I teach and coach that you have a bank, a macro budget, and you use it the way that you want to. The hard truth is, if someone hands you a diet plan that tells you to eat chicken, sweet potatoes, rice, and protein powder on repeat, you're going to fail. And then you're going to yo-yo right back. Not because you're weak, but because someone else is dictating your choices. And that's not how real life works. That's why I teach and I give you a macro budget. It's the same as money. You don't succeed financially because someone tells you exactly what to buy. You succeed because you learn how to manage a budget and make decisions. You can buy designer Mother, my favorite brand of jeans, or you can buy jeans from Target. Both fit the budget. Both are your choice. That autonomy is what makes this work. Macros are not about restriction, they're about ownership. And when you own the decision, you stop rebelling against the plan and start living in it because money and food follow the same rules. What's happening in the clubhouse? Inside the clubhouse right now, we are practicing systems over motivation, not hype, not feelings, discipline, systems, the same way you budget your money or budgeting calories, protein, behaviors, so you can stop starting over and actually live free in your body. Discipline is our word of the year inside of the membership. And this week we made a yummy cherry cream bagel to hit the Valentine cravings and to enjoy a yummy breakfast with our loved ones. Every day's decision is your choice. You can choose shame or call to action. You can choose bondage or you can choose freedom. You can stay stuck or liberated. So that applies to food just as much as it applies to money. Most people think tracking macros is about restriction, and it's not. It's about freedom. Planning builds progress, reacting builds regret. Consistency compounds results, chaos compounds frustration. Planned, intentional decisions lead to progress, while rushed, reactive choices lead to setbacks. When you slow down, plan ahead, and act with consistency, the results compound. When you rely on last minute decisions, flying by the seat of your pants, emotion, urgency, you end up paying for it later. Progress doesn't come from speed or intensity, it comes from diligence over time. I'm just going to repeat these. So, planning builds progress, reacting builds regret. Consistency compounds results, chaos compounds frustration. So, let's talk about that a little bit. Planned eating leads to results, reaction eating leads to chaos. Broken systems don't create success. They create that confusion. So let's talk about maybe a couple of examples that might resonate with you. So, broken system example one, I'll just eat intuitively, but you've dieted for 20 years and your hunger cues are unreliable. Broken system number two, I'll just eyeball it, but then the scale doesn't move and you feel defeated. Broken system number three. I'm good all day and then night hits. That's not a willpower problem. That's a system problem. You don't stumble into success. You don't accidentally get lean. You don't wake up one day disciplined. You plan ahead, and that is a decision. This is why I say macros are not about food. They are about behavior. You need a pre plan to make the decision to plan. Let me say that again. You need a pre-plan to make the decision to plan. So most people are one or two decisions away from changing everything, but they keep living on autopilot and don't change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. Autopilot eating, autopilot spending over their macro budget, autopilot scrolling instead of walking or strength training, autopilot starting over every Monday, and time just keeps passing. Time is doing the heavy lifting. Time is either your greatest asset or the thing quietly working against you. So, this is why we're going to talk about 3 plans, just like budgeting. So, plan one, a calorie budget. A budget is simply deciding where your resources go before they're gone. Calories are no different. You don't track macros to be obsessive. You track macros to be faithful in the little things and to educate yourself. Most people aren't overeating because they don't care. They're overeating because they don't know. I hear it all the time during the shred in the first 2 weeks. I had no idea how much fat I was actually consuming from oils, peanut butter, and the extra bites. Or I thought I ate a lot of protein, but I was way under once I tracked it. Macros don't exist to judge you, they exist to reveal reality. And once you see the truth on paper, you can make informed decisions instead of guessing. I guess once you see it in your app, right? I'm still a pen and paper gal. Anybody else out there? So, education removes the confusion and the clarity builds the confidence. That's how small, faithful actions add up to real, lasting change. I always tell the story of me overeating whole foods. I overate nuts and avocado and natural peanut butter, all because I didn't know. In my mind, I was eating all whole foods, coconut oil, but my calories were over my maintenance calories, and I was wondering why I could not see any muscle definition. When you decide your calories ahead of time, you remove the emotion. You stop negotiating, you stop guessing, you stop spiraling. You don't spend money you didn't budget. You don't eat calories you didn't plan for. That's not bondage, that is freedom. Plan two, a debt plan. Debt compounds. So does fat or weight gain. Compound interest works for you or against you. Same with food. A few hundred calories over maintenance, repeated over time, perhaps every weekend, compounds and is why your pants are tight. A few hundred calories under maintenance, repeated over time, compounds, and why your jeans become loose and you don't come out of the dressing room crying. Crying for joy, maybe, because you fit in that bathing suit, or you're able to purchase a smaller size. So you don't fix debt by ignoring it. You don't fix fat gain by pretending it's not happening. Know where your calories are going before you spend them. That's a win. It's a win for your body, a win for your confidence, a win for your kids, watching how you live, not only just eating lean meats and veggies, but that you include Dairy Queen in your macros and you don't deprive. DoorDash per person is approximately $20. A home cooked meal might be $4 per person. You're also saving money, right? If you find yourself in the I'm too busy and eat all the time camp, macros will save you money too. So when eating out is a non-negotiable and you do have to do it, you can fit it into your macros. Your pocketbook will thank you. Every decision is a vote for the future you. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. What you want now is comfort, convenience, and immediate relief. What you want most is confidence, energy, freedom, and trust in yourself. So every day, those two things are in tension, right? Macros, workouts, and planning aren't about punishment, they're about alignment. When your daily choices match your long-term vision, discipline stops feeling restrictive and starts feeling empowering. You're not saying no to food, you're saying yes to life and the body that you want most. And when you practice that choice over and over, discipline becomes less about force and more about identity. So stop scrolling and looking at meal plans, GLP-1 reviews, and pinning exercise programs. Stop avoiding. Stop saying, I tried and I failed. What makes it different this time? Commit. It's worth it. You are worth it. Your future self deserves it. Pay a little now or pay a lot later. Medical bills, you can't run around with your grandkids, you can't get up off the floor, your knees hurt because of the extra weight. You are worth it. Plan 3, a system you obey even when you don't feel like it. And this is what we work on inside of the shred. Okay. This is where motivation dies and discipline is born. So here's the motivation scale I want you to hear. Maybe level 1, right? The tip money motivation. I'll try. I'll do better tomorrow. How about level 2? Emotional motivation. I feel inspired. I'm fired up today. Or level 3, system obedience. I made a decision and I'm following it. So a system you obey even when you don't feel like it. This is where life changes. Not when you feel like it, when you follow the system, when you follow the shred system. This is why I say what you want now versus what you want most. That's discipline. You don't track because you're motivated, you track because you decided. Every macro dollar is a disciplined decision. Every calorie, every workout, every step, every meal prep, every plan is a disciplined decision. You either tell your body what to do or you let life decide for you. Most people live far too long on autopilot. Then they wake up frustrated day after day, waiting till the time's right, waiting till they have money, waiting for motivation. But here's the good news. You are not far away. You are one decision away. Decide, I'm going to make a plan and stick to it. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and saying, today is the day. I'm done settling. Not for perfection, for direction. Small steps matter. What is one small step you can do today to work towards that body and mind that you want so that you can feel confident by the pool this summer? Freedom comes from clarity. Liberation comes from ownership. You have one body. You have one body. Steward it well. As I close, I want to give a quick shout out to my girl Kylie, and maybe this will help other people as well. Thank you for reminding me to schedule my skin cancer appointment. That is stewardship too. That is self-care. Your body, your money, your time, your habits, all connected. Once you experience freedom, don't give it back. Don't let life settle you back into old patterns. That is why I made the Clubhouse membership so that you don't give up, so that you have guidance, so that you don't fall back into old patterns. Make the plan, follow the plan, let time do the heavy lifting. If you want help building that system with food, movement, and mindset, that's exactly what we do inside of the Shred Plus Train with Kate. I set your macro budget. Kate gives you the workouts so that you are not wasting your time. It's the perfect place to start so that you feel confident in your own skin. I will put the waitlist link in the show notes. You are one decision away, and you're always doing better than you think you are. I'll see you next week.